Of the many things that bring us together as people and especially as Africans, and that is central to our story, past and present, is food. And today we will be discussing that. Hello and welcome to Everyday. My name is Gakeesi Tlhabiwe and we will be discussing everyday issues affecting everyday people every day.
At the moment when we will change the format, we need to keep the intro.
Okay.
Yes. Like it becomes synonymous.
Yes, okay. To be very honest, I
forgot.
Let's go.
5, 4.
So, okay. Of the many things that bring us together as people, especially as Africans, and that which is central to our story, past and present, is food. And that is what we will be discussing today. Dumilani, Rumela, Murumere, Molweni, Sanibonani, Dumela. Hello, welcome to Everyday, where we discuss everyday issues affecting everyday people every day. My name is Gakeesi Tlhabiwe. And you may be wondering, what does this guy know about food? Of course, I will need help in discussing that issue, and that is why I have brought a food professional. Okay, that's not the best way to describe your job, but I have brought in a chef to discuss this phenomenon. Her name is Kay.
Yes, it's Kay.
Hello, Kay.
Also Kaone.
Yes.
I just said Kay because it's easier to remember. Yeah.
So no K when you look at your alphabet there. Yes.
Yeah, just the letter. Don't add extra. Don't embellish.
So who's Kay? Let's start there.
That is a very difficult question. It's giving job interview. I think first and foremost, I think I'm a person. I hope so.
You think?
I think because sometimes I'm convinced that life is a simulation, and I'm not really sure if things are real. And I know that sounds crazy, but let's be honest, guys. Have you ever thought that you just exist with strangers 24/7? So I don't know. I'm a human. I'm a woman, obviously. I'm 29 this year, and I'm a chef. Yeah.
Okay. So let's leave your personhood. Let's talk about your chefness. You're being a chef.
Yeah.
Yes. Where did it come from?
So I was studying at Wits University.
Okay.
In my early days, in my youth. But to be honest, I actually wanted to take a gap year. I wasn't really sure what I felt like doing, and I kept changing my mind. So I quickly found out I was in the wrong profession of what I was studying at the time.
Okay.
And it kind of made my moods like up and down, and eventually I just hit a very, very rock bottom low kind of depression. And without really consulting my parents, I just stopped pitching to my exams so that I would fail. And I enrolled into culinary school. And yeah.
Without their knowledge.
Without their knowledge, that's how it happened. Don't do that though, that's a waste of money.
Okay, but what is it about culinary arts, if we may say that spoke to you?
I don't know if it spoke to me per se. I think I've just always loved cooking and baking, and it's what I would do in my free time when I was younger and on school holidays. I would do that a lot, and I would experiment. I used to do some gnarly things to my sister. Like I used to go through a phase where I put raw egg in like her Milos and my chocolate and coffee. I think I've just always experimented too much.
Wait, how do you think of that?
I don't know. I think I also tried to feed her like green eggs and ham because at some point that was my favorite childhood book. I just did weird things.
Oh my god.
And then, I didn't know what to do with my life, so I kind of decided why not cook?
Because
and see where it goes.
That's already a passion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to culinary school. Tell us about your first day. How was your first day? You come in, there's the pots and the pans.
First day they kind of sit you down and have a conversation. Culinary school is a lot more strict than I thought it would be. They kind of teach you about punctuality. You get punished for being tardy. There's all sorts of weird things. We even got taught how to properly iron uniform because of the type of materials
Okay.
that the jackets are made out of. We were taught how to sharpen knives, which knives are used for what. We were taught knife skills, so we spent time just perfecting different cuts. Which honestly, guys, you don't have to go to culinary school. I know so many chefs who are like way better than me, self-taught. Waste of money. If you want, just go to a kitchen, random kitchen, offer your services, and take it from there. I wish I did that. It is.
Okay, so you go through culinary school, you get those skills, and of course it's not just the cooking itself, but also everything else.
Theory, yeah.
Theory, the etiquette, and all that. Now, let's talk about your work. Right? How do you get into the workspace? How do you end up where you are now? Just take us through that.
Alright, so when I went to culinary school, I think I was conscious of the fact that I was a lot older than the other first years. So I always volunteered and I kind of got myself a job. I think halfway through my first year, I got a job in a very, very fancy restaurant that did like 12 courses and things like that. It was called Sin at the time.
Oh.
And it was conceptualized around food being a type of art gallery. And then I actually kept that job for a hot second, but I got retrenched due to COVID.
Okay.
Before that, I worked as a commis chef, so a trainee at a very popular wine farm called Botswana in South Africa. A very popular wine brand, I'm sure people know it.
Okay.
So they have quite a few kitchens there, but I was mainly based in the Bad. And my superior, my sous chef, I think she's still there, Stella. Man, that little lady. That little lady will make you work. You don't have a choice, you know. I think when I got to Stella, I was a hot mess, but she kind of fixed me up a bit. And over time, you get better, you get used to it. And then after COVID, I'm so evil. I worked at a bakery that I'm not going to mention for 3 weeks, and I didn't like the place I left.
3 weeks?
3 weeks, Baba. But if it's not make sure, it's not make sure.
It's not make sure, it's not make sure.
No, we're not doing that. You don't own this place, so you're making money for someone else, and now you're sacrificing your happiness.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've already dropped out of 3-4 years of investing in school at a university, and
what's 3 weeks?
I'm not preparing to go back to being sad and unhappy.
Yeah.
So these 3 weeks, cool, great. I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay.
I left.
Yeah.
And then I ended up working at a place called Homespun. It's got 2 restaurants. It's very popular. I worked there as a senior pastry chef.
Oh.
It was hectic. My supervisor, the executive pastry chef, himself actually has Michelin stars. So he was tough. I don't know how. I've gone through nice chefs, but I've gone through some pretty chefs. Yeah. And I think it's a rite of passage. As sucky as it is, the kitchen operates a certain way. So.
Okay, but what's your passion? Is it is it pastry? Is it?
I am a very fickle creature. So.
Okay.
Part of what I did not mention, like as you see, I kind of give myself somewhere between 6 to 9 months per contract because I think that there's only so much you can learn when it comes to cooking, and there's just way too much to learn. Like I'm not going to sit at the same restaurant for ages, especially if they're not changing their menu or you know, like you're doing yourself a disservice in the long run. And very few places actually promote. So if you want more money, better job title, you do eventually have to go. I don't know why I did it. When I was young, I was just very ballsy and I would just do things impulsively. It has worked out for me though. And then I kind of decided to stop that. I sold my car, got rid of my apartment, put everything in storage, paid to go to the Super Yachting Training Academy. And then I kind of took a risk, moved to France with no plan really, but I was determined to get a job.
France.
Okay. Determined to get a job. So I stayed in a villa with a bunch of people my age, which was fun, and we kind of go to the beach and get drunk naked every day until we all got jobs. And it had happened. We all got jobs. So that's the thing.
Okay.
And then from there, I joined my first yacht in Italy. So that was cool. We did Italy, we did Greece, Turkey, Monaco. That was my first contract. Then I came back to South Africa for holiday. I think I did my second contract after that, which was in Italy again, but Sicily this time.
Okay.
So different region of
Yes.
Italy. So there's Sicily, Sardinia, and those types of islands. Occasionally France, but not really. Then I did my first ski contract, which was pretty cool. Ski contract. Ski contract in the Alps. Yeah. Because I wanted to learn a new skill. That's what I say. I'm very fickle. I like to chop and change. The minute things get boring, then I lose interest. So I did my first ski contract. I wanted to learn a new skill. I've always wanted to learn how to ski or snowboard because it looks fun.
Okay.
Why not? There's no snow in Africa. Let's explore while we're still young. They flew. They were there.
Yeah.
And then after that I did another yacht contract, similar itinerary.
Yeah.
And now I've just come back from my second ski contract, different region of France.
Oh, okay.
France, Switzerland side.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done a lot. I'm trying to compress it.
Yeah, that's a you have a story, my friend.
Yeah, and then you kind of I stay best friends with all of my previous employers.
Nice.
Because I view it as networking, and
Yeah.
that way I don't actually apply for jobs. I just text my friends and I tell them, hey, I'm home, kind of need cash.
Yeah.
And that's how you go about. Guys, one thing you need to do is stop being mean, learn to be friends with people, and learn how to network. It's how you get jobs. It's not actually about your CV, if I'm being honest.
Be nice.
Be nice. You don't know where your next paycheck is coming from.
No, that's true. That's very true. But I want us to, because you spoke of working in South Africa, of course now in Botswana,
Yeah.
you spoke of your hunting in France, Italy, and then Greece. Now let's talk about restaurant, let me not say restaurant culture, let's say culinary culture. Whether from a restaurant perspective or you know how is it the Italians who would cook a certain way and call family and eat together?
A lot of Mediterraneans do that. I think it's a Mediterranean thing. So I wouldn't say
Okay.
it's Italian. The Greeks do
Oh,
it,
yes.
the Arabs do it. They all
Yes,
tend to
yes,
do that.
okay. So let's talk about that. From a restaurant to personal
Okay.
level, just the culture of food.
Personally, or like what I've observed?
What you've observed?
What I've observed is, depending on where the person comes from, you kind of have an understanding of what they like to eat.
Okay.
But I think that's a type of luxury that yachts afford you if
Okay.
you're willing to splurge,
Mm.
right? Because you have a personal chef, you have like a whole team dedicated to just you, your family, and what you want. So you can
Okay.
customize, and you're allowed to
Oh.
change last minute, even if it's inconvenient. Even if we curse you, we wouldn't do it to your face, but you're allowed to request whatever you want.
Okay.
And then with restaurants, it's more like you got what you got.
Mm.
I would say I kind of stay away from restaurants that give you a book menu. There's no ways you're keeping on top of all that stock. There's probably like rotten things there. I'm speculating though, I'm not saying for sure. I'm speculating. If the menu's more than 1-2 pages, I typically don't go there to eat, because how can you possibly be specializing in so many types of food? Like, you're dropping the ball somewhere, realistically speaking. And I don't want it to be on my plate. So,
yeah.
and also, like I said, I like to chop and change, and I get bored quickly. The less options you give me, the more I know, okay, I
Okay.
definitely want to eat this.
Okay.
And then,
So which would mean that you prefer a specialized Italian restaurant?
yeah, like if I want fish, I'll go to a fish place. If I want steak, I go to a steak place. If I want Italian, I go to an Italian place. If I want French food, I'll go to a bistro. Like, I'm very selective.
Okay.
Narrow down the search.
Okay. Let's start with what differences have you noted between your European countries that you worked in, your Botswana and South Africa, in terms of personal and family culinary culture and etiquette?
I think as a whole, we are all a lot more similar than we realize, in terms of we all usually have some older female figure who's typically preparing the meals or something like that. And we all typically sit down together at least once a day, whether it's dinner or lunch or breakfast. Most families sit together once a day and have like a huge feast together. So I'd say we're similar in that aspect. Then you get maybe perhaps with the Russians or like the Eastern Europeans who kind of like vegetable-rich food, very simple. Not the biggest fan of their type of food, but they're very easygoing, very simple. There's a preconceived idea that they are fussy, but I feel like they're quite to themselves. They're quite down-to-earth people, realistic. Then I would say with the Africans, kind of similar to Asians, they like what they like and they only want to eat what they want to eat. It's very hard to convince a Botswana person, you know, let's go to this new fancy restaurant.
I don't want to surprise my sister.
Yes, they want pop and something.
Yeah,
South Africans it's pop and something. With you guys, it might be something else. And yeah, so it'd be like that. And Asians are like that. It's rice and whatever else is going on. Like, I know Filipinos like adobo. And then, you know, it's very specific to them. With Europeans in general, it depends if you're looking at the Northerners or the Southerners. The Southerners or the Mediterranean people, it would be like grilled meats, things like that, grilled fish, heavy in the veggies, loads of olive oil, which I've actually now started doing in my personal life. I drink a tablespoon of olive oil every day. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently it's very good for you. So I just do it now. I think I can take the extra fat, even if it's not good. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. And then I think my least favorite of everyone, and it has nothing to do with the politics currently, Americans, unruly people and typically ill-mannered, very loud. Like the things that they do, I get it, it's their culture and I respect it when I'm there in America, but it's not really for me. I don't think I assimilate easily into it. I'm not a fan of the quality of food that they have. I'm not really a fan of the style in which that they eat. Right? I would rather sit and eat rice. I would rather eat Asian food or African food because it's more balanced. Or like Mediterranean food, it's balanced. Whereas Americans kind of just like lots of sugar and lots of carbs and lots of everything on heart attacks on plates. I don't do that.
Because I want us to end up on the food itself. You're talking about us not liking to try out things. I want to ask you a few questions. But before that, you've been around restaurants.
Right.
You've been in kitchens, right, across the globe. What's the difference? Because clearly, there's clearly a difference between restaurant culture itself between Botswana and South Africa. Now I'm wondering, what differences have you seen between Botswana and South Africa they've just gone in France, in the US, of course, and so on and so forth?
I think when it comes to food culture in general, people need to understand food is something like fashion. There are capitals of it. They exist, like France, they have Lyon, and it's known for being the pioneers of chefing as we see it.
Say it again, wait.
Lyon. Lyon.
Oh, that does Lyon.
Then, I think Italy is also a very massive food capital. You know, they all eat pizza and like crazy salads and things like that. I would say the Turkish are probably dominating as well because you get Turkish and Greek food everywhere. Asians. Yeah. And so there's a lot of food capitals, whereas when you look at something like Botswana, it's not that there isn't nice food, it's just not particularly known for food, so it's not a food capital. Just like if you were into fashion, perhaps you'll do your shopping in Paris or Dubai or something, you wouldn't typically come here. But it's not to say there isn't nice clothes here. Yeah, it's something similar to that.
How do we make it happen? How do you think we could make it happen?
I mean, the only way to make it happen, because hospitality is a private sector, is you need Botswana themselves to actually want it and invest it. You know? Because that's how hotels, even hotels come about, and all hotels need kitchens. And this is the type of place where you guys could do so much with the land you have, with all the wildlife that you have. Could be a lot better, but let me not criticize. My government has its own issues.
So you think that hospitality and tourism could be a very essential part
Of this country specifically, I think so. And also you must remember, you guys are a lot safer than a lot of other African countries.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of built-in selling points in Botswana. But I don't know if maybe your people are actually interested in it. And I'm part Botswana, so let me not even say your people.
Our people.
Our people. I don't know if they're really interested in it.
Is it an issue of interest, or is it maybe a thing of we don't really know what it entails? So I'll give you an example. 2024, that's last year, there was a conference, Africa Tourism Leadership Forum, which had been here for 3 years. A friend of mine pulled me in. And then I went, and we were discussing tourism, and for the first time I had heard tourism being discussed as it should be. You know, right now it's hotels, guest houses, safari drives. You know,
it's everything from your airlines to the types of restaurants you have, the types of kids entertainment you have. Because then you're attracting families.
Exactly.
Kids get their parents to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also entails culture and storytelling. You know, our ability to say we are Botswana, what does it mean? Not just dancing, you know. So I think maybe it's an issue of we don't understand what tourism really is.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
How come, because it could be that, and then it would be into marketing.
Yes.
But then you have, you guys at Crystal have the Kwaisano, what are they called?
Yes.
And they're in reserves and whatnot.
Yes.
But that is something that could attract a lot of tourism. Do you get what I mean?
Definitely.
And Botswana know they exist, they are there. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
I'm just not sure if they're actually interested.
Okay,
sure.
I see where your interest issue comes in now. No,
Yeah.
I see where your interest issue comes in, because it's a thing of there is gold, but are you interested in mining it?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Yeah, that's
now I
why
understand
you can take the horse to the water, but you
Water.
can't force it to drink it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't water the horse.
Yeah, whatever. That one.
That one. Okay. Give me your 5 favorite places to cook.
5 favorite places to cook. Let me be honest with you guys, as a chef, it's absolutely no way. I want to be spoiled. I want to be fed. There's nothing worse than a man telling me, when you're gonna cook for me. On tamakadi name then. Like, really? Take me to a nice restaurant and let me relax. That's what's nice to me. And I wanted fine dining, please. I consider it market research. I have to see what my competitors are doing. You're investing in me personally. Thank you. It's true.
Okay, let me ask you again.
Yeah.
Of the many places you've been in, of the many restaurants you've been in, which region do you enjoy the most?
Then it would have absolutely nothing to do with cooking, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Okay, let me take out party, yeah. And just think about what there is to do and my interests.
Yes.
I would say it's probably Monaco. Yeah, it's probably my favorite place.
Okay.
And it sounds like, of course, you would say that, but it's just convenient, you know, it's small, but it's well developed, everything is central, you get to places rather quickly. You don't, as a woman, you know, you take for granted, I take for granted when I'm there and I can travel alone at night, you know, half slizzard on wine at 1 a.m. and know that I'm going to get home safely.
Yeah.
So it's things that I look out. This is why I like this area.
Okay.
Plus the fact that it's a tax haven. That's not
The views expressed on this episode do not reflect those of the host or anybody associated with it.
Well, guys, how do you think these people make money? You're busy crying about taxes, they're finding ways to dodge tax.
Again, the views expressed on this podcast. Okay, now let's talk about food. You talked about black people not wanting to try things.
Yes.
I am one of them. Now, let's talk about experimental food. What's the craziest food you've tried?
I don't know, what do we classify as crazy? Because we had that conversation of, I'm not sure there's much I would say no to.
Yeah.
But there was this one time I went out with my colleagues to a restaurant, and I think it wasn't in the restaurant at the time, it was on the menu. Had it been there, I was going to try it.
What was it?
Testicles. Because apparently it's testosterone production and all sorts, and I was like, okay. Testicles.
Of your what?
I think of a camel or something. I was in Egypt at the time.
So what you care about is the things. My sister, no.
It was a very common meat there actually. So I kept seeing it in shops and stuff, and I was like, I don't know what this tastes like. Now you get a client who says they want to eat this, and you don't know how it's even made to taste. Yeah, so I thought let me just try it, but the restaurant didn't have it. I probably will still try it one day.
Where was this?
Maybe 3 years ago.
Where?
In Egypt. Yeah, in Egypt, in Sharm el Sheikh.
Okay, besides the things, what have you actually tried
that I like that maybe most people don't like?
Yes, let's phrase it
It's
that way.
probably like brains, but we're black, so I feel like a lot of Africans probably eat brains.
Okay, a lot excluding me.
Oh, you don't eat brains? You should deep fry it.
Why?
Because when in doubt, deep fry it. Everything deep fried is
If
nice.
God wanted me to eat it, He would have put the brains outside.
If God wanted you to eat the cow, it would have been dead. But you killed it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's the logic you're using. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay.
The way you're putting it is like you're saying the fruit tree is going to grow inside my house because God wants me to eat
No,
it.
but I can pick the fruit.
Yeah.
It's not like I should go inside the tree to get the fruit.
Marosa taba home, right?
No, I don't cut a tree to eat its inside.
But you cut a cow to eat it.
Yeah, but I don't have to fight with the bone to get the. Okay, fine. Okay. Brains are edible. Okay.
Yeah, follow me.
But what else? What?
Offal in general. Offal is actually my favorite because I am offal. The innards of animals. It's my favorite because it's always the cheapest, regardless of which country you're in. And
Mogodu.
Oh,
it's offal.
Yeah, that's cool about offal. Yeah. That's the private school English.
English doesn't learn.
English is not another. Yo, offal. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, not offal. Offal.
It's my favorite. So anything liver related, mukodu related, brains, yes. Eyeballs, I don't like the texture. I've tasted it, I'm not a fan. I like the smiley, but
do you like
also
eyeballs
good fatty.
Oh, she like looks for the weirdest parts of the car.
Anything that's just wrong.
No, man, guys, you're telling me.
I want to be looked at when I'm eating. Oh,
My grandmother used to, she didn't like carpenter because she's like, imagine I'm trying to eat something in this dog.
I don't think that's bad. You should try killing an octopus before cooking it.
Yeah?
That's a lot more creepy and just like, oh.
What? Whoa! Okay, now we are getting offside now.
Okay.
How do you kill an octopus?
I would love to know too because I think they have 3 hearts. So even if you can stab it, right, there's still 2 other hearts beating. And then it's like on your skin and but it's a tasty meat, so.
This is why Botswana does not have an ocean.
Yes, that's why Botswana doesn't have an ocean.
Okay, so octopus. I think. What's the craziest food you've cooked though?
It probably is that octopus. So it was when I was working on a yacht in Genoa, in Italy. And my crew, the boys, we were on our way to, I think, Turkey or something like that. So it was 11 days by boat.
Yes.
And we had run out of like Wi-Fi signal because the satellite was out of reception.
There's Wi-Fi in the ocean.
The boats have satellite.
Okay, I'm sorry, it's not like a dumb question.
No, it's a valid question.
Okay.
I think by law your employees have to have Wi-Fi so you can reach your family.
Oh, okay.
I think it's something like that, but I'm not sure. So they got
Interesting.
bored, and along this 11-day journey, every day they just fish something new. Like they've come with, mussels at some point. Sometimes they bring like live octopus to the kitchen, and I got attached to some of them. I try to keep them as pets, but I ate them anyway.
My sister, you wanted to keep.
I wanted to keep. Like, what am I gonna do? It's got 3 hearts. It's not dying, and it was my first time killing it. I didn't want to cook it alive like you would a lobster. You know, you kill it alive. It seems evil.
Okay.
It's like inhumane. I don't know what's human. We're all going to hell. I don't know.
Oh, leave me alone.
You partook in the murderous activity. You ate the meat. We're going together.
Okay, so of the craziest things you've. So I've heard of. Okay, so just for the sake of everybody watching, we have a team behind the camera, and I'm about to ask them. TJ, what's the craziest thing you've eaten? I want us to discover how things happen in the kitchen.
I know me, I'm an African, like she was saying.
You see me?
We don't try. I come from a country where we don't try. I come from a country where even if we don't find palichin, it's just dry. But for me, I think recently, Ghana, we also ran a catering thing.
Yes.
Meat on fire thing.
Yes.
They made palichi with aromat, butter inside. I never eaten that, but I think it's the nicest palichi I've eaten.
You should try my mom's pap. She does salt, butter, and cream, and it stays like soft but hard at the same time. It's the most delicious pap I've ever had in my life. I swear by it. The reason why I don't eat pap and I tell people I can have the college is because I feel like they don't cook it nicely and they don't take the initiative to make it nice. Like pap or ugali or salsa or whatever you want to call it is very bland. It has absolutely no flavor to it. But the way she makes it, you could actually eat it either one. It's actually very nice.
So my mother once put. Okay, let me not expose her recipes, but.
Why?
You find it with the belt.
Yes.
But today, I had one of the craziest things. One of the people, they eat like other donkeys.
Nama donkey.
Yeah.
It's common in this
It's common.
country. Yeah.
But he was saying, you don't just dip it with the knife. You have to take like a sack, you cover its head, so that it suffocates, and you beat it with a stick until it.
Oh, that's you see now.
Apparently, you hit it here with the back of an axe.
Wait, but that's similar to how you kill a cow, though, right? At these family functions, you know, in
No, but you don't cover its face so it suffocates.
you do try and
So that
give
it
some
loses
way,
power.
Yeah.
Just to lose power, and then once it's powerless, you can then, because a cow is quite hard to restrain.
Yeah,
I've seen a gentleman throw a stone
to a cow.
Yeah, it's a skill.
It's a collie. Abalo, it's a collie. You don't just come and just. You know, actually, by way of killing the cow, you can tell there's a difference
In the meat, yes. You can tell if the cow is stressed or not.
Yeah, so there are people who are. Yeah, I don't want to say that people who are called to kill cows, but you
They
have that thing.
There's a reason why Wagyu beef costs how much it costs. They're treating those cows like royalty in Japan.
Actually, let's talk about Wagyu beef. What is Wagyu beef?
It's a breed, first and foremost, so you will find Wagyu in other countries, but the grade in which you get it is never as good as in Japan, because on top of being a breed, it's eating a specific diet. Apparently they massage the cows and like they're just living the most soft, pampered lives.
Hey, I want to be a Wagyu beef.
No, because they get killed, isn't it? For this.
Not till we die.
Oh my God, Jewa!
It's
Wait, that could actually be yes. Technically.
Okay, back to the Wagyu. They get massaged, okay.
Yeah, that's apparently why Wagyu beef is so succulent, so juicy and soft. That the cattle are treated well and raised, right? with a good and abundant diet.
TJ, we must start massaging our cows, eh?
Nice meat.
But your guys' cows are smart though. Your guys' cows look like they might run away. If they can clock, they're going to get killed.
Hey, our cows look left and right and
Before
left
they
and
cross
right before they
roads.
cross
Yeah, they're very intelligent.
Our
It's
cows
a
are
bit weird.
smart. Our cows open gates. Which other cows does Wagyu open a gate?
I've got so many comments about that, but I'm a well-mannered person. No comment.
Hey, you know there's something going on. Okay, so I've heard of TJ, what's the pudding?
Black pudding.
Black pudding.
It was that.
Oh.
It's kind of like bobete and mohodu in a I think a sheepskin kind of a.
Yeah? Wait, what?
Bobete. I don't know what bobete is in English, but
The
that's what they
spleen.
call it in Sepedi. It's when you cook blood to
When
the
you
point
kill a
it
cow,
starts to
you put
curd.
blood and then you
Yeah, you cook
then
the
peel it.
blood until it starts to become like mincemeat. Right? I think it's that mixed with something like mohod. And then put together, maybe bound or like blended or something like that, and then put into a sausage casing. I suspect, please don't kill me guys, I haven't spent much time in butchers and whatnot, but I roughly think that's what it is. It's very delicious though. And it comes in two separate colors. There's a white one and a black one. There's a white and a black.
White? How?
And I'm not a fan of bleached mohod.
You see the problem? This is very basic.
Why?
Why are you eating white board?
Ask the butchers though. You must remember, like in South Africa, how many different types of people live there of different like cultures and whatever. Can I have a tissue, please? And so, I don't know. I think they think that mohodu when it's not bleached, it's not clean.
It's not clean.
Instead of you know.
But sometimes that little bit of.
Yeah, I think that adds a little bit of extra flavor. Thank you.
Now, Audrey, how are you?
Away.
What is the craziest food you've eaten?
I feel I still haven't tried the craziest though.
What is it?
Why do you want to try the craziest is my question.
Because I just want to know what else is out there to eat.
Okay, okay. Oh, what you have eaten?
Okay, what I'd say was my first craziest would have been escargot.
Escargot?
Snails.
Ah!
I'm not a fan of escargot, but I know lots of people who like it.
Snails?
Yeah, but I don't think it's garden snails. It's like ocean snails or sea snails.
What's the
something
difference?
like that. I don't know. Maybe toxins. I'm not sure. There's always a specific reason why a specific breed is eaten
You know,
at a
actually,
specific time.
speaking of breeds, it's very weird how we get to know that certain things are not eaten. Like you just know that, don't eat that, Steve died.
Yeah, I only found out maybe 3-4 years ago that there's a specific time in the year you're supposed to eat guinea fowl.
Huh?
And then the rest of the year you're not supposed to because they're carrying out weird diseases except for a specific time of the year. Which is when guinea fowl suddenly becomes popular and then it falls off the menu again.
I see so fella. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why they say don't kill your own guinea fowl. Because you're probably not doing it at the right time.
Yeah, okay.
Pay attention to hunting season, folks.
Okay.
It's for a reason.
For a reason. Okay. How was escargot?
It was amazing. It was. And it was cheesy and very garlicky.
Oh, I can imagine. Did you have it on like a pastry?
No, on toast.
Oh, you should have put on a puff pastry. The flakiness.
I don't eat food conditions.
Terms and conditions apply.
Once you start saying medium rare, once you start giving your meat names
Actually.
and sayings, I just want meat. I just want a steak. The
Which
moment you
means have surnames?
medium rare.
Medium rare.
What's that one? What's that one? Audrey? What's that one?
Blue.
That's the one that you just take meat, you cut it.
Carpaccio.
You see?
Why are you giving it names, guys?
It's an Italian, it's a traditional Italian thing. Carpaccio.
It's tradition to not cook it.
No, but you must remember Italians have that rich culture of theirs where they like smoke hams and prosciuttos and
Okay.
they've always done that.
Yes.
Right, so like carpaccio is pretty much just a fillet of beef that you season. You freeze it for like maybe 4 hours, 6 hours until it's like not all the way frozen, just a little bit hard.
Okay.
And then you thinly slice it. So it's not enough raw meat to get you sick, but it definitely is delicious.
But it's conditioned.
No.
No,
Look, it's not the conditions that I gave me. No, that's too big. It'll get you sick. Just
I don't even know because it's good quality meat though, right? And you also have to be conscious about where you're getting the meat. Like I wouldn't wash South African beef, or certain countries I wouldn't wash beef because I actually like the flavor of the blood, right? And then don't cut me. I don't like Brazilian meat, eh?
Okay.
I will do anything to avoid buying Brazilian meat, but if I'm desperate enough somewhere and I need like a steak, and it's the only steak they have, I will settle for it, but I'll probably wash that meat and then season it, you know?
Okay.
It's gross a bit.
Before we get back to the medium rare and whatnot, let's finish this debate once and for all.
Yeah.
Which meat is better, Botswana or South Africa? A or A?
This is a tough one. It's a tough one. Let me explain why it's a tough one. I feel like the way in which you guys farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your meat is probably of better quality in terms of maybe you guys are not putting in hormones or things like that, which I suspect some farmers are doing. Not all, because there's a lot of organic things back home.
Yes.
But again, it goes to that thing where I think farmers in South Africa might have a little bit of extra cushioning, so you can fatten up the cows nicely, and you know, the thing with Botswana is like the meat's good, but it's also very thin. You see, awona nama. It's tasty meat, but there's no actual meat on it.
So you must find a way to fatten up.
You need to fatten up your cows.
Massage them.
Yeah, and in order to do that, you must be willing to breed them, but like breed specific ones. Like maybe, like I know my dad on his farm, he's currently crossing Botswana and Angus.
Oh.
Both are very good quality meats, but it's like Angus is very fickle. It's not good in your guys' weather.
Okay.
So the Botswana is a very stocky build.
Okay.
So the two together makes like a decent beef.
Uh-huh.
But then you see in South Africa, you can be specific. Like I only like Angus. I like this. I like this. I like Angus. It's my favorite type of beef. So I would typically eat more steaks in South Africa than here.
Because you like Angus.
Because I like Angus.
Okay.
But your Angus in this country is too thin. So I'd have to swap to a different breed.
You see, so some of us when you say Angus, you think it's an essay.
Now I'm thinking of some guy.
It's just meat.
Beef is beef.
Beef is, I don't even know which part of the cow it actually comes from.
I don't understand how
It's a
that
cow.
works.
Or even if it's a cow, or even if it's
This one is. That little horse in yard.
I mean, it's even like if you spend time on dairy farms, you see there's specific cattle that they choose, specific breeds for their milk. I don't know if it's because of the flavor. I don't know if it's the rate at which the cows are producing the milk at. I'm not sure, but they are very, when you go to countries where agriculture is really invested in, it becomes very technical and there's a lot to learn. It's very interesting.
Interesting. So, it's very interesting that we are not talking about agriculture, but you would then say that we really need to revolutionize, I use that word quite loosely, but revolutionize our agriculture and how we do farming itself.
I think, you know what, I have a lot of opinions and beliefs about Botswana, but as a part-time citizen, and in the passport lately, as a part-time citizen, I'm not sure how good my observations or views of the country is.
Yeah.
I just see a country that I think has potential, and then I see how many people in this country farm. It's so many. I don't see why it's not something that is actually given more energy. I'm not sure what your guys' government does with their budget. I've just always wondered how come the Minister of Agriculture is not doing more, considering beef is one of your biggest exports. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an observation.
Yes, please.
I don't think Africans, we farm for profit. I think we grow our cattle.
Yeah.
When someone dies,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
I think we grow for wealth more than
Yes.
for profit.
Yes.
Which is why you find we don't have feedlots.
Mm.
Don't take them and feed them and sell the meat.
Mm.
I only sell when it's necessary.
Mm.
Which is why you're saying the meat is lean. It's not grown for
For the
For
purpose
that.
of killing.
grown because it's a cow.
Yeah, my
And
dad
it must
says you
grow.
guys do weekend farming. Out of Botswana, weekend farmers.
Yes, no, we are.
Not actual farmers, and then it becomes a thing of subsistence versus commercial farming, right?
Yeah.
And it's like in South Africa, you guys are spoiled in the sense that land is still relatively affordable. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I can afford it,
Yeah.
let's be clear. I'm just saying it's relatively affordable compared
Yeah.
to everywhere else.
Yeah.
So more people have access to these types of things, right? And it becomes that thing of you guys are not farming for commercial purposes, but then it's kind of like you're wasting so much land. Then, because farming is very, very harmful to the environment. Why are you doing that to the environment if you're not going to somehow contribute to the economy? Do you get what I mean?
And
Like, because then that way you can. Oh, sorry. Tissue. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
yeah.
Especially cows, that carbon dioxide emission.
Yes.
It's in their farts and their poo, methane. They're killing us, these things.
But I've also wondered why, as a country that has a lot of cattle,
Yeah.
why there isn't that. There isn't that investment in things like
Fertilizer.
biogas.
Biogas, eh?
Yeah, you see, with the amount of cattle you have, why not create biodigesters that will feed electricity into the grid?
So farmers are now also benefiting not only from the cow itself but also from
The
its-
gas. So if I have a farm, that gas runs my farm,
Yeah.
but I can turn it to electricity and feed it into the grid.
So you know what my issue, you know what my problem is with land and agriculture in Botswana. If you look at history, not to go too deep into it, Africa, when the British came, and then there were taxes, and then now men had to go to South Africa to work. It meant that agriculture in itself, as it was culturally, was suffering. Eh? No.
So
It's
our
in the wrong.
producer is telling us that we've digressed from food we are now to eat. He has no idea.
We are still inside
We'll come full circle.
because it comes back to why Africans don't eat medium rare.
It's not coming back.
It's not. But basically the point is you find that historically agriculture has always suffered.
But for whom?
No, I mean for should I call us the native? So basically what I'm saying is, what I'm basically saying is from that point, I don't know if agriculture passed on. Yes, we know agricultural practice. Yes, the people who grew up on farms and did this and that and that. But in terms of a cultural a subset of our cultural identity, in that we are driving it in cultural progression itself, such that we are able to innovate in farming itself, I am not too sure. So I would then agree with you to say that we need.
There needs to be some sort of government initiative, I think. And then until you do that, because you guys go through weird food shortages. There was a time when you guys didn't have pork, didn't have potatoes. Potatoes are whole things. Like a potato is such an easy vegetable to grow.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, you shouldn't have a shortage of it in a country of this type of landmass.
Yes.
So the food shortages that you guys go through are a bit strange. And I get that you guys are pushing the help local, but you're not helping local if you're cutting out the competition entirely, because they're not then pushing hard enough to meet the demands, the consumers' demands. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. But okay, this is important. Sorry, Madam Producer. This is important.
Still food related.
This is important because what we're talking about, your industry, the
Alright.
culinary industry, is on the tail end of agriculture.
Yeah.
So if we're going to grow the restaurant industry and the food industry in
Right.
Botswana and
Right.
achieve some sort of food security, if we are going to expand the tourism and hospitality, especially on a food perspective, we have to deal with agriculture. You know, we have to expand that sort of industry. But coming back to meat, How do you like your steak?
Depends on the cut and the breed. Usually I go for sirloin. I would go for about a medium rare. And then I don't know. It depends. If I'm going for a different cut, I might go for a blue, which is the rare. If I'm going for maybe a tougher cut, I just might go for like a medium. Or like for wagyu, I go fully cooked. I go well done because it's so high in fat that even if it's fully cooked, it's still succulent. But the rule of thumb is the less fat the meat has internally, it's called marbling when you can see the little lines of it.
Okay.
So the less fat the meat has internally, the less you need to cook it. Because there's no fat to keep your meat moist. Have you ever eaten like a well done steak and then it's like you're choking? Like there's not enough liquid to take it down.
That's why
it's
we
dry.
have drink on the side.
No, you're like the type of person who eats an extremely well done egg.
No! As black people, we wanted congratulations.
So you eat abortions on plates then? That's a well done cooked egg, or what are you guys calling them? Oh wait, is that not what they call? Guys, what's it? Allegedly, let me keep quiet. So it's allegedly they scramble the baby inside, isn't it? That's why I call it an abortion on a plate. I'm just saying. There's some logic to it. Don't be sensitive.
Okay, I eat it medium. I eat my steak medium. That's as far as I can go. Otherwise, well done. Congratulations. See you next time.
And your yolks, like when you go and you eat a boiled egg. Are you one of those ones who has that grey yellow yolk?
No, I want it like just a little.
Oh, okay, so you eat normal
Just
eggs.
a little. I don't want it falling out of the egg. Just.
Medium. So you're a medium person in general?
No.
Guys, you're taking us back 500 years into the past. Guys, we've since discovered fire. If I want to drink it, I'll take it from the chicken
And eat it that way.
I want to eat my egg, not drink my egg.
No, you're not drinking it, but like...
If it would change color from the yolk to black, I would... I can't.
We discovered fire and how to control it.
Exactly.
So you see, temperature control. We've discovered how to control fire. So we don't have to cook like this thing must burn. We can exercise self-control.
But it must be good.
Exactly, it must be good. Who wants to eat a tough steak and a rubbery egg?
You said blue. Wait, blue is where you go when you warm it on the pan.
Yeah. But it tastes nice on specific cuts. Like I said, it depends on the cut I'm eating.
Why not just bite the cow?
I think that's where it's going. People start biting cows.
No, it's just come here. How?
Make jokes, but I believe in Kenya. I don't know if it's the Maasai
Come
or
here
they
and
drink
eat.
cow blood anyway. You make jokes, but that thing exists. People actually drink cow blood somewhere.
The people, not me.
I'm just saying. You make jokes, but these things already exist. People are already doing it.
Actually, do you guys have a question? Because we are. I'm divided.
TJ and his culture, they cook blood. You did say that.
But
Yeah,
we discussed
you know,
with it. Okay.
it's
Yeah, but yes, they love it. That thing.
That I told you my grandfather was from that side. The what do you call it? The operational weight? Cooked. Whatever it is.
Oh,
cooked.
it's cooked.
The blood.
I eat cooked fish. I eat cooked. As long as you remove the word cooked.
It's not food.
Never.
So this carpaccio, sushi.
What about here's the middle ground now, right? So do you like Mexican food or Spanish food?
As long as
Say
it's
around.
cooked.
What about
Mexican food is a bit too hot for me. Like, I don't know why.
You don't like spicy?
I don't like spice. Indian food, Mexican food, all those hot areas food. I can't. I come from a place where we don't do chili. Okay, people love chili.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike Botswana you get into a supermarket. They will ask you, like, it's normal here. Hot food is normal. So sometimes you get there, you say you want a steak, when you get to a lady who's selling thing, just takes chili. She doesn't even ask, then she gives you. But I come from a place where chili is like ketchup.
You just
You add it in yourself. We are not chili people. I don't like any hot food in any form. This thing where I need to eat my food with yogurt, I have my, what do you call it, that Indian, not like you're taking a bite of your chicken, yeah, you're taking a bite of your chicken, spoon of yogurt.
Hey, I got, was it a chicken biryani? Was it a biryani or what? I eat that thing, I'm like, this is good. First bite, I'm like, okay, it's a little hot. Second bite, I'm like, ish. But it's good. I took the third bite. I'm like, like, my mouth is burning and because of this thing. And I beat it. I'm like, I can't do this.
But you see, when you go to Indian places, you must tell them I like mild, not your mild. Mild. Yeah, mild.
So you're the one in here.
Because if you don't tell Indian restaurants to adjust their spices, they will feed you hot food. You just have to tell them really nicely, like, my palate is sensitive, dilute the spice, and it's palatable, it's delicious. But to go back to you, there's a Mexican dish or Spanish. I forgot the word, which is annoying me, but it's pretty it's like raw fish, but it's cooked with lemon juice, and the lemon juice actually does cook it. It's like a tartar of sorts, but it's got like lemon juice, fresh coriander, fresh onions, mint. It's so delicious. I just need to remember what it's called. And I don't want to Google.
I hear you with the mince and your what? Cooked with lemon juice.
Lemon juice cooks fish.
How?
Go pour lemon juice. Pour lemon juice on raw fish. You will see the structure, the molecular structure of the fish changes in such a manner that it mimics cooked fish.
We are back to conditions.
Mimics.
No, it cooks it. Literally, that's what the food theory says. That acid cooks fish.
Actually, speaking of tartar, apparently there's a story of someone. I don't know who, but go to a restaurant and you know how you watch movies and you see people ordering these things. Goes to a restaurant, they tartar. It came back bleeding. The person is like, I want it cooked. So yeah, this is exactly why I order things I only understand. Because I'll soon order steak tartar and then it comes looking at me.
You know what? Steak tartar in itself is like, it's not cooked at all. But I did work in a restaurant that did with hanger steak. They made their tartar with hanger steak. But hanger steak has got this beautiful texture to it where if you cook just one side of the steak and not the other side, then you've got like a somewhat of a misui, like a semi-cook. And then they make their tartar like that, and it was delicious.
Okay, so
that's when I discovered hanger steak is like one of my favorite cuts.
Wait, what's hanger steak?
It's hard to describe. There's like only one portion of it per cow everywhere. So it's called the butcher's steak because usually when butchers break down cattle, they leave that piece for themselves because it never amounts to more than like 300 grams per cow, regardless of how big the cow is.
Yeah.
So it's not very ethical to sell it.
Okay.
But the place in which I worked at that time had their own cattle and their own butcher. So there was quite a bit of it left over. So it was being done in a sustainable way. I wouldn't go out and buy a hanger steak.
Okay.
But I'm saying I like it.
Okay.
I really do like it, but I wouldn't buy it.
Okay. And then you said misui.
Misui, semi-cooked.
Okay, so just a note. If someone says what you've cooked is wrong, just say no. It's misui.
No, but that's semi-cooked. I'm saying semi-cooked. When something is like seared, you could get away with saying misui. It's half cooked.
Okay.
Right, but if it's raw, it's raw. If it's raw, it's raw. Which tartar blatantly is.
Okay.
That Mexican thing is going to frustrate me. Well, I mean, you know that I'm talking about, right? It's like tartar, but it's fish. And it's got like lemon juice. Please Google it there because it's driving me nuts that I can't think of the name.
The producer is doing this,
Ceviche.
Ceviche, that's the one. It's delicious.
You're the last person I got to know this. Oh, it's Google.
It's delicious, but you should try it. If you're saying you don't like sushi, right? I would say try ceviche, especially on a summer's day with a nice glass of chilled white wine. amazing.
You know
Oh, I
what?
also don't drink
Yeah,
alcohol, so I'm
no,
safe.
You know why? You know why
Yeah.
I appreciate our traditional food. You can see the kitchen. You can see that this thing is being cooked. You can see and follow.
You can't be that deep. You can't be losing sleep for cooked meat.
Oh,
I'm
You can't
I'm
actually be
sleeping
losing
very well.
sleep for that.
cooked meat is nice. You should try it.
Cooked meat is... Okay. Fine. Fine. Cooked meat
These
is
are the
nice.
people who want to roast as well.
No, I think it's a family thing. Even my little brother.
Yeah.
Go to a restaurant. First thing, it doesn't matter what sort of restaurant it is. First thing he asks was, "Do you have pizza? Hawaiian?"
Oh,
My
why
bra-
even?
He's like, "Hey, I know
How
to
old
be
is
safe."
he?
Ah, he's what? He's almost 18. That boy.
18 and he eats like a 7-year-old.
He wants to be safe. You know, you get there, you're looking at.
Hawaiian.
I don't understand my food. You're like,
Wait, actually, here's a debate. Ne? We are all going to answer with yes or no. We are going to answer with yes or no.
Alright.
Pineapples on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You guys need help.
Why?
Let me tell
Why
you.
do you want pineapples on pizza?
Because pizzas always come with pineapple.
The traditional Italian way of making a pizza is inclusive of your sauce and your cheese, right? A typical pizza shouldn't have more than like 3 to 4 things on it. You have your bread, that doesn't count. You've got your sauce, you got your cheese, that's already 2. Right? And then you have space for maybe like 1 or 2 toppings. That is the traditional way of eating an Italian pizza, because pizza originates from peasant food. It's not meant to have this and that and this and that and this. Honestly,
It's not a salad.
I used to, let me not be pretentious. I used to, when I was younger, I used to eat Hawaiian pizza. But when I went to Italy and I got to eat pizza, you understand why they say you're not appreciating it for what it is. It's not supposed to be complicated. It's not supposed to be like all these weird, extravagant flavors. It's essentially a type of bread or sandwich or something that a poor person can eat.
So no
A little bit
pineapples on
of fruit
pizza.
history. Yeah.
No.
No.
You cannot. Like, no, guys, you should eat pizza from an Italian, like an authentic Italian place. The ones that are using like those pizza ovens and it's cooked on an open flame. It's just like proper, good quality mozzarella on it. Fresh herbs, maybe even fresh slices of prosciutto. It's so delicious.
Not prosciutto.
It's a ham. It's a type of ham.
Oh, okay.
It's a type of traditional Italian ham. And you drizzle some olive oil on it. You know food is good when you drizzle oil on it and it still slaps, you know?
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I know.
Same.
I'm hungry now. But let's final thing that I want to ask you. How can we? I want the best way to ask this. Let me just ask you. How can we make the restaurant industry in Botswana better? How do you think?
I don't know. It goes back to every time I think I see something I like. I used to love rodizzios. Every time I come to Botswana, it was like my go-to spot because I am a typical African. I like meat. Rodizzios used to be our spot. Tell me why is rodizzios closed? Because I thought Botswana, we like meat. That was built for your guys' market. So how did it close down? You should tell me actually, because I don't live here. I don't know. Like, why you guys do this? Every time you get something nice, you ruin it.
Is that it?
It is, but like, okay, even something as small as steers, when you think about fast foods, right?
Yeah.
Steers is one of the better tasting fast foods,
Yes.
and you can taste like that's actual beef.
Yeah.
It's real beef, not
Yeah.
whatever McDonald's is going on. I don't know what they're doing. But then Steers is closed. And it's like, they were the only ones whose ice cream machine is never broken. Now you've closed them. Now we're stuck with Chicken Licken and KFC. Huh? The Chicken Licken is salty.
At least you're going to
And KFC Barato, Paladi chips, Hungry Lion, same issue. The chips taste like cardboard and they like to count them. It's like, every time you guys get something nice,
Hey, everything is wrong,
it's so annoying.
Don't count the chips.
Okay.
Yeah, don't count the chips, guys.
Now let's talk to a young Botswana who loves cooking and who loves culinary arts and who's thinking, you know what, I'd like to see myself with a restaurant. What would you say to them?
Well, I would first need to understand why do you want to own a restaurant? Because I think to own a decent restaurant, you'd maybe need, in South Africa at least, maybe like 5 million rand, 6 million.
Of course, yeah.
Just to get it started,
Okay.
right? And that's not even inclusive of the operational continuous costs.
Yes.
So, what are you trying to get out of it? And I need you to understand that you should know all restaurants everywhere in the world, I don't care how famous the chef is, they're probably making their money from alcohol sales. That's where their profit margins are coming from. So, what is the purpose of wanting a restaurant, really? If you really just like cooking and you want to cook, I think there's other ways you can go about it. I think doing a restaurant is it's a large commitment. You're not going to see a single cent for 5 years if you're lucky. You will break even after 5 years. So what is the purpose of opening one, especially in a country like Botswana where nice things are not invested in? Why do it? Maybe you get yourself a little mobile kitchen, do pop-up events here and there. If art galleries are doing things like that, maybe you help them do a pop-up thing at school parties. I don't know if you guys have school socials where the children go and do the patinyana on weekends. We used to have like the chip and dips and things like that pitched to those. You could do something like that, but I don't know about a restaurant in Botswana. I'm not sure, to be honest. Our aunt owns one. I haven't gone to eat the food yet, but I want to go. From the chili sauce I've tasted, it's very good, right? And I actually want to sit down with her and learn like what are the operational costs, like what kind of permits do you need. So we have our own separate conversation that we're gonna have surrounding that. She's probably the better person to ask about that because she's done it, so she knows what it involves, realistically speaking. Are you gonna make money? Are you not gonna make money? Who is your target market in this country? I don't know. I've never actually sat and thought about it much. For Botswana specifically. But for me, I would say it's really expensive. Even if I can dream, I don't have that kind of money. I don't even think I can get a sugar daddy to give me that kind of money. Like, I'm old, I'm expired. Finished. It's finished, guys. Pala, the sugar daddy barataban.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to, okay, what are your last words?
I hope everyone is okay. Just in general, I think nobody really takes the time to ask someone out or shop. And I'm not asking for like the, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Like, you're okay, like you're actually happy. Life's good, life's nice. I'm easygoing. I just want happiness for everyone. That's it. That would be it.
While eating. Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you very much
Thank you
for joining us. Please, where do people find you?
So you can find me on Instagram. I'm called the Nomadic Yogi Chef, one word, _K. Then you can find my professional page of all the things I do on the yachts, which is Chef Kaone Dube. And then I've got a page for my own personal catering and events management, which is called Kumbatia, spelled Kumbatia space SAN. And yeah, pretty much you can also find me on LinkedIn. But if you want an immediate response, I promise you, DM me on Instagram. I'm shady like that.
What does Kumbia mean?
Kumbatia, I think it's Swahili for embrace. And then san from Khoisan, meaning like people of different, so embracing people who are different to you is the concept.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We had a great time and I hope you enjoyed it as much.
It was too funny. I hope I don't hear some shady conversations. You know which one.
Alright, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And I hope you realize the importance of food and culinary arts, not only in the economy but also in the lives of Botswana and the African at large. See you next time. My name is Gakeesi Tlhabiwe and this is Everyday, Everyday.